Alright, so if you didn't know, Ye went on a wild Twitter rant, like he usually does. But this one was a little bit different. This time, he decides to empty the clip. He decides to insult everyone, and I mean everyone. He also pulls up to the Grammys uninvited. His wife pulled up as well, but her clothes did not pull up with her, and Kanye just standing there while people taking pictures. It was not a good look. People didn't like it. He then makes a strange Super Bowl commercial, tells people to go to a website. People go to the website, and it's racist memorabilia stuff, which prompted Shopify to take down the website and its talent agency to drop him. But let's go back to his wild Twitter rant. And if you didn't see his tweets, good. Trust me, you are not missing out on anything. But let me just put it to you like this. He goes as far as to say free Diddy. Like, he's just trying to get people mad at this point. But you see, Ye had a problem. People just didn't care. Like, the wild tweets just didn't hit the same for most folks. And that is a bigger problem for Ye than you could probably imagine. Because this is his marketing strategy. He needs people to care. He needs his name to be on the news so he could then drop an album or drop some merch. And guys, this goes back. I said the same thing last year during Kanye's rant when he dropped an album. But the thing is, again, you gotta go way back. I first started noticing this during the life of Pablo. The lead single for the album was a song called Famous. In that song, listen closely, he says a line that says, I feel like me and Taylor might still have, I can't say that word. Wow, I can't say that yet. He just starts talking crazy about Taylor Swift, basically saying he's the one who made Taylor Swift famous. Because if you remember years before he said the line, in 2009, he said the line in 2016. He walked on stage in the VMA Awards, took the mic from Taylor Swift and said, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had a better music video, which she did, but that's besides the point. So him saying, I feel like me and Taylor might, that line in 2016 just confused people. They're like, why is he bringing up Taylor Swift again? He's bullying her. Kanye's name is all over the news. Boom, he drops his album. It does numbers. It does great. But you see, this moment has always been suspicious to me. Because Kanye was always a little controversial, but he was never controversial just for the sake of being controversial. He never just blatantly said a super controversial line. He called this a crazy theory, but I feel like the moment he learned that controversy means bigger album sales is the whole moment we just talked about earlier when he first took the mic away from Taylor Swift during the VMAs. He drops an album after that moment, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and of course the album is a masterpiece, but everyone wanted to hear what he had to say, so the album went insane first week. Now let me be clear, I don't think the only reason he does controversial things is because he has an album coming out. No. I think that was the plan at first, but somewhere along the line his mental illness heavily came into play and he just started doing worse and worse things. But the timing of his releases and his episodes are just too coincidental. It just seems that right behind every Kanye insane moment, there's gonna be an album drop. This time no different. He has an album coming out called Bully. And here's where it starts to get wicked. Times are changing, old man. People are used to controversy. These past 5 years have been hard. I swear to God, my sister just walked in right now and showed me Google Maps has changed Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Boy, you think people care that you sitting over here tweeting? And the crazy part is Kanye is one of the people that have made this happen. Made people have this thick skin. Remember Red Hat era Kanye? By the way, I believe after this he dropped an album called Donda. People were losing their minds. They said, Kanye, what's he doing? Oh, but people got used to that. So years later, he's about to drop another album, Vulture. So he has to get in his Twitter bag, start saying things to get him banned off the platform. People got used to that. So this time, this most recent time, he has to say worse things than he said before. But people are already kind of used to it. He made a miscalculation. And now his next album has to actually be good or he is finished. And ask Kanye fans in my comments when's the last time he made something that was good. Now, let me be clear. In my opinion, he's done now, not finished. I'm sure there will still be a lot of people tuning into his next album just to hear what he has to say. He still has a lot of fans, but I'm sure he also has a lot of people that'll be curious. He's made a lot of good music over the years. He still kind of has that drawing power. But that drawing power declines fast with each album he makes because fun fact, the Kanye you see with his crazy tweets is the same Kanye in his songs nowadays. He just saying anything over really good beats. So even his diehard fans have a hard time defending him because what has shielded him before, the really good music, is not very good anymore. He won't be be the mentally ill tortured genius. He'll be the mentally ill guy that makes trash music. And speaking of mental illness, I'm sure his mental illness exacerbates all the tweets that he be tweeting out, but you can't blame mental illness on everything. I think if you just say Ye has a mental illness, it's okay. It's an insult to people with mental illnesses. Two things can be true at the same time. He can have a mental illness and he could be a guy that does too much. But at the end of the day, who cares what he says? And I know there's an argument of all the stuff Kanye is tweeting, people can get influenced by it and think like him. Boy, if you were predisposed to turning racist because Kanye said some racist things, then wisdom is chasing you, but you are faster. And I wash my hands of you. Let them turn. Let them turn.